Every online world develops a culture, not because the developers plan on it, but because players can't help it. Give people freedom, risk, the responsibility and ability to be able to take from one another, and they'll build a society from scratch, complete with heroes, villains, unspoken rules, and rituals. These are the games that test who we are when nothing is guaranteed. The worlds where you can lose everything: your gear, your progress, your trust. DayZ, Rust, Tarkov, and soon Arc Raiders, they all live in that same ecosystem of risk versus reward. People call them toxic, punishing, even cruel, but that chaos reveals something honest about us. It shows how we create order out of danger. We invent morality where none exists, and how even when a world tells us to survive at any cost, we still find reasons to care about how we do it. DayZ, well, DayZ isn't just about the zombies. It's about what people do when they're left alone and nobody's watching. An interaction is a psychological standoff between fear and hope. The game doesn't reward trust, but it constantly tempts you with it. You spend hours scavenging in silence. When another player appears, the tension is instant. A battle between instinct and empathy. Most players shoot first and ask questions later, and the game doesn't punish them for it. But for every once in a while, someone lowers their weapons, offers you food, or guards your back for no reason at all. Those moments stay with you. They mean something, precisely because they're so rare. DayZ makes kindness a risk, and that's why it matters. It turns survival into a moral experiment, forcing you to ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be when no one's keeping score? If DayZ studies fear, then Rust celebrates chaos. It's the purest expression of freedom in multiplayer gaming I've seen. A sandbox where creativity and cruelty share the same hammer. Every player starts with nothing, but what they build says something about them. More spend days constructing elaborate bases, fortresses, and monuments to their persistence. Others exist only to burn it all down. Everyone hates door campers, but the players who lurk outside bases waiting to ambush you the second you step outside, it's petty, frustrating, and somehow completely inevitable. I respect the hustle, but that's because Rust thrives on the tension. The existence of raiders make builders better. The constant threat of loss forces innovation, cooperation, and even grudging respect. Destruction becomes the engine of creation. It's messy, it's toxic, and it's deeply human, because Rust doesn't just simulate survival, it simulates civilization, complete with the same fragile balance between progress and conflict. If Rust is chaos, Escape from Tarkov is control. It's a world of tension measured in heartbeats, where noise and movement can be as deadly as bullets. Tarkov strips the genre down to focus on discipline, the idea that patience and precision are the real weapons. Its culture is one of quiet professionalism. Players analyze sound, memorize escape routes, and calculate risk with surgical focus. Yet even here, controversy exists. The most despised act is extract camping, waiting at the exit to ambush survivors who have already fought their way through the raid. It's efficient, but feels dishonorable, and that contradiction simply defines Tarkov's morality. The same community that condemns cheap tactics also admires flawless execution. They say they hate extract campers, but they respect the ones who do it well, because deep down, Tarkov isn't about fairness, it's about control. It rewards players who master themselves as much as the game. Over time, greed evolves into precision, loot becomes less about profit and more about proof. Proof that you made it out and you did it your way. And now, as we stand upon the ledge of a new world, Arc Raiders approaches. No history, no culture, no moral compass, just a blank canvas waiting for players to shape it. If these games have taught us anything, it's that culture forms whether you intend it or not. Someone will betray a teammate, someone will help a stranger, someone will find the first exploit and find the first clever ambush, the first legendary comeback, And before long, another code will start to emerge. Not one born from design, but from experience. A culture. That's what makes games like this timeless. They don't just test skill, they reveal values. Every action writes a small portion of a collective story. When Arc Raiders launches, it won't be the mechanics that define it. It will be the people. Across all these worlds, one truth stays the same. People build meaning even in chaos. They invent it. They curse the games for being cruel but come back because at least they're honest. DayZ taught us that trust has weight only when it's fragile. Rust taught us that destruction is just another form of creation, and Tarkov showed us that mastery comes from restraint, not greed. Each of them became a reflection of who we are when the rules are all gone. Not a list of morals, but a pattern that repeats every time players are left to govern themselves. These games remind us that danger doesn't corrupt us, it reveals us. And maybe that's why we keep coming back, not just to win, but to remember what it feels like to risk something.